Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to film my top, I don't know how many, I don't know if it's gonna be 5, I don't know if it's gonna be 7, I don't know if it's gonna be 10, but it's gonna be my top must-have travel essentials, travel hacks, whatever you want to call it. Let me make sure my microphone is on. Yeah. Microphone is on. Okay, good. But before I get into that, and I guarantee you that my list of travel essentials, like there's gonna be something on there for everybody. Not everything is gonna be for everybody, but there's gonna be something on there for everybody. And I guarantee you there's something on there that you've never heard of or never thought about. So definitely stay tuned for that. But before I get into that, I want to talk about our sponsor for today's video. It's Verb Energy. If you follow me on social media, especially on Instagram, you may have seen that I've already talked about these, and the package is a little small now because I've been eating them. I've been giving them to other people to try because I wanted to try them out first for myself before I really discuss them with you guys. But Verb Energy sells these caffeinated energy bars. They're gluten-free, they're 100% vegan, and they're pretty darn good. My favorite thing about them is that they're only 90 calories and they have the same amount of caffeine, but it's organic caffeine from green tea. The same amount of caffeine as an espresso. So as someone who already drinks a lot of coffee, like I'm an avid coffee drinker. I only have 1 cup a day, but I do have a cup every day. I like to pair these with my coffee because it's kind of like I get the boost from my coffee and I also get an extra like shot of espresso with it without having to actually get a shot of espresso, if that makes sense, like a more organic, healthier version. The one that I'm gonna eat today, there's like 3 flavors in here and they're all so good, but my favorite is chocolate chip banana bread. But today I'm gonna have vanilla latte because I am drinking a vanilla flavored coffee. So I pair the 2 together and it's so delicious. This like starter pack, it comes with 15 bars, right? And you get 5 of each flavor. The flavors are chocolate chip banana bread, vanilla latte, and cookie butter. And like I said, chocolate chip banana bread is my favorite, but vanilla latte tastes exactly like a vanilla latte. Like, I don't understand how they were able to get it so accurate, but it's so good. And it's perfectly, it pairs perfectly with like any kind of coffee, but I love pairing it with like vanilla coffee. So that's what I'm gonna have today. And the great thing about it is if you use my affiliate link, which of course will be down below, instead of getting, I think you get the 15 bars for 25, you're gonna get the 15 bars for 15. So literally 40% off if you use my affiliate code. So definitely check them out. Super good, super clean, great energy. Like, aside from pairing them with my coffee, I like to eat them sometimes like later in the day, like 4, 5, 6 p.m. when it's like that end of the day, but it's not time to go to sleep yet, but I'm really tired. I'll just eat one of these and it'll give me the boost that I need to get through the rest of the day. So definitely check them out. These bars by Verb Energy. I approve, my sister approves, my mother approves, and I think you're gonna really like them. So item number 1 on my list of serious travel essentials is an emergency kit of some sort. I'm not talking about a first aid kit. It's great to have like a little travel version of a first aid kit. That's not something that I'm gonna mention in my top 10 essentials, but it is something that I typically tend to travel with. This right here, and mine is personalized. It says Lindsay's Oh Shit Kit. If you're interested, I can link the Etsy link where the lady who makes these down below. Sorry, that's Liam, he's being weird. But basically what is in here is just every little thing that you can possibly think of that you might need, that you may not find abroad or where it is that you're traveling to. You know, it's like your little pharmacy in a bag, your little, you know, it's got everything. It's got your chapstick, it's got a little bit of Neosporin, it's got toiletry items, it's got a razor, what else? Like safety pins. I have this little manicure set here because isn't it the worst, like if you're traveling and then you end up with like a hangnail or something and you literally have nothing, nobody around you, you're like in the middle of some small little town in India and you can't find anything for this and you don't want to rip your nail off, you know. It's nice to have things like this. Let's see what else I have in here. Of course, I have a hair tie. This is just a little kit that has like a little sewing kit, which I only needed. There's some items in here that I've only ever needed one time, but the one time I needed it, I really needed it, and not having it was just the worst. I remember like, I don't know what happened. I was on a bike in Brazil and I like ripped my pants or something, or there was a hole in my pants on like the very worst part, like the little, like right behind my butt. And just being able to sew it up quickly would be really nice, but didn't have it. Love these. I travel everywhere with these. These are those shout out wipes. So these things really work. Like there's been times where I've been wearing a white t-shirt and I spilled ketchup on it and this got it out. Of course, you're gonna have a little white spot on your shirt for a little while, but it's better than having a big ketchup stain on your shirt and everybody's like, look, this girl can't even eat properly, she's sloppy. What else do I have in here? This is a makeup removal wipe. I like having makeup removal wipes. I also like to have just like facial cleansing wipes and deodorant wipes. I have a lot of like hygienic type things because for those long flights, you know what I mean? Those really long flights, you know, you got the same underwear on and you know, your deodorant is starting to wear off. Like just being able to go to the bathroom really quickly, wipe up with like some feminine wipes down here, some deodorant wipes here, a little quick dry spray, just to freshen yourself up so you feel a little bit better. It makes all of the difference. Yeah, it makes all of the difference. I don't know why I keep checking this. It's a new camera that I'm using, guys. So there's times where it just looks like it's not recording, but thankfully we are recording. What else do we have in here? And mind you, this is gonna be, this sort of kit is gonna be personalized differently for each person. Like once you get a feel for it, you're gonna figure out what it is that you need and what you don't need. One good thing I can say about this is you can go on Etsy, you can go on, I'm gonna say Etsy because I haven't really tried any other place, and you can search like bridal emergency kit, man or woman, it doesn't matter. And that's a good place to start to see what little things you might need, like mints, gum, razor, toothpaste, chapstick. What else do we have in here? We got a little pad. We got Tylenol. Man, it's the worst when you're on an airplane. You got a headache. Floss. You know what I mean? When they give you those meat and potatoes, and you got all that stuff in your teeth, and it's literally bothering you. When you're on this huge plane and you can't really go anywhere or do anything, that little piece of meat in the back of your teeth is literally gonna be on your mind. Like, go ahead and get something to get that out. But yeah, I'm not gonna go through everything that's in here. You guys kind of got the general gist, an idea. Just all the things that you might need to feel comfortable in any case of any slip-ups or emergencies. You have a little bit of everything to get you through your flight and through your trip, depending on where you're going. I've traveled tons of places, I mean countless places, Cuba, Puerto Rico, India, Dominican Republic, Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Spain, like the list goes on. And I'm telling you, the things that I'm mentioning here, they're gonna make you feel more comfortable and more confident while you're traveling. So that's the first thing. Honestly, that's like 3 things in one. I think I'm gonna do like 5 things, but that's definitely like the first item that I feel like you should have in order to travel more comfortably. Okay, so the second item that I have here is called a Skyroam Soulless Light. This is by the company Skyroam. I got the light version. There's another version that I just don't need because it came with like, I don't know, like an 8 megapixel webcam, and I don't really need that. Basically what it is just a wireless hotspot. Now, of course, if you're traveling domestically, you may not need this, but this comes through super handy if you're traveling abroad. It's just small, it looks like a little hockey puck. Excuse mine, it's been through literally a lot. And what you do is you download the app on your phone, and you can pay for just daily rates. You can pay for by gigabytes, or usually when I'm traveling, because I usually tend to travel for a week or longer, I would just go ahead and get the monthly version. That way you know that you have all the Wi-Fi that you need for the entire month. And I love it because there's been times where I've gone to other countries, or mainly this really comes in clutch in like international airports and stuff. There's no Wi-Fi. I can't use the data on my phone because it would be ridiculously expensive. and I just connect to this little hotspot. It's my own little Wi-Fi with my own little password. Nobody can use it unless I share it with them, and you can share it with them. And it is strong and it works so well. I've tried it in several countries. I've tried it in Mexico, Spain, and most recently Spain and Brazil. I will say, if you're driving or if you're like in a mountainous area or something like that where you won't even really have cell phone service, the Wi-Fi can be a bit spotty, but for the most part, it's amazing. I remember there was a day where we were in Brazil and we didn't have Wi-Fi for almost the entire day, but I had Wi-Fi because I had this. And just being able to be, of course, it's very important to me as a traveler to be connected to the place that I'm at and to be present, but I also need to be able to talk to people back home and communicate with them and be able to share my experiences in real time. And having something like this is amazing. You pay 1 month, you pay 1 day, 10 day, they even have like 10-day options, and then that's it. But you keep this little router so that when you want to do it again and start another plan, you can just pay and have it loaded back up on there. So I love this thing. It's definitely a serious travel essential if you are traveling internationally. I am filming a YouTube video, sir. Dallas. That's a no-no. Sorry about that, guys. Next item. So the next item that I have here, it may not be the sexiest or most exciting, but it's definitely super essential, and that is a power bank. The one that I use, what is it called? Please have the name on it on here. I don't even know, it's so old. It's called OmniCharge. It's by the brand OmniCharge. I got it from Amazon. They have newer versions now with like wireless charging, which is cool, but I don't need all that. This thing is amazing, okay? You ever go to the airport and it is so packed, and those little pods that they have for people to charge their phones with the outlets, they're all taken up. Everybody's hogging it. Everybody's staying over there leaning on the thing. Like, you can't even find a spot. You try to find an outlet like by the seats that you're at. There's no outlets. There's this one awkward outlet that's right behind the little booth where you check in at, and you don't want to be over there. Never had an issue with that. I've always used this. This thing is amazing. It is a serious brick. It is 20,400 milliamp batteries. This thing has never failed me. I charge it once and I'm good for my entire trip. Right now it has about 60% charge. You can see there. Hopefully it'll focus. Yeah, super cool. It has 2 USB ports. It also has outlet here where you can actually charge your laptop. Like, I've used this to charge my MacBook Pro before. Like, that is how powerful this thing is. Not saying you need something crazy like this. You can get the other ones. I mean, there's some that are just so small, like 2,000 milliamp, but like I would say at least get 5,000, depending on where you're going and how you're traveling, that you don't have to keep charging your power bank. Like, that's the thing that's supposed to, you know, help you charge your things. Like, if you're constantly charging it, it's kind of like defeats the purpose in my opinion. So I just went for this. I can't remember the price. I know it was like 100 and something. It was definitely worth it because I've had it for years and it's super sturdy. That's that. The next thing that I want to talk about is just like in-flight comfort. For me, I am someone who cannot sleep. I typically cannot sleep unless it's super dark and super quiet. So even if I'm not sleeping, hold on, let me get a sip of coffee, guys. Okay, cool. Even if I'm not sleeping, chances are when I'm on the airplane, Liam is always doing this and I'm really getting frustrated. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, what I was trying to say was, on the airplane, I'm usually reading something, listening to an audiobook, watching YouTube videos, or watching something on Netflix or whatever. I need, and I think you may need too, I'm not sure, you know better than me, noise canceling headphones or earbuds. The ones that I use are the latest AirPods, the AirPod Pro. They work amazing. Even when I have them in and I'm not listening to anything, everything, all the sounds around me are completely muffled out. And of course, if you don't like that, they do have the transparency mode and you can turn off noise canceling, but I like to completely zone out. I don't need to hear anything. I don't even need to hear the safety instructions. I heard a million times. I know that I gotta put my mask on before I help others, you know? So I just put these things on, I tune out, and it helps me get through my flight. But the thing about these is you have to charge them. The cool thing is like you put them in the case and the case will charge them, but eventually the case is gonna die. So while these are charging, it's good to have a backup. And my backup are always wired headphones. Reason being, I know these things are gonna die on me. They might not look the cutest, they might not be the most fashionable, but I know that I'm not gonna have any period of time where I'm just sitting on the airplane listening to the recycled air. So I like to have these as a backup because there have been times where I just had to wait a good 20-30 minutes for my AirPods to charge and I didn't have backup. And I might be sounding dramatic to some of y'all, but it was tough for me. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? That's that. The other thing that I like to have to keep it completely dark, when I do decide to go to sleep, it's rare, but if it's a long flight, I'm gonna go to sleep. I love to have like super blackout eye mask. Like I can't see nothing. If you look on the inside of these, you see these little sockets there where the eyes go? Yeah, this thing is intense. And I just got this from Amazon. I wanna say it was like $12. And this thing will have you will not see a thing. You can open your eyes and it'll literally still be pitch black in these. So I don't use these too often. I think the last time was when I was on my way back from Brazil. It was just such a long flight and I was so tired and people had their lights on, their reading lights and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to sleep. So this comes in super handy for that. Sorry, another coffee break. Another super important thing that's worth mentioning is in-flight entertainment. I am well aware that most flights, especially international flights and even longer domestic ones, have some sort of in-flight entertainment. I typically don't care for it. I know my mom is big on watching the in-flight movies. Like, yeah, on my way back home from my way back from St. Martin, I watched King Richard, and like that's cool. Like I like having that as an option. But what happens when you get on the plane and it's a 14-hour flight to Ethiopia and there's like 4 movie options and 2 of them you already seen and the other 2 you're completely not interested in? Let me tell you what happens. You need your own in-flight entertainment. And because I get bored super easily, I have several different items. Please don't feel like, I mean, of course, please don't feel like you need to get all of these things. You know, like I said, you know yourself better than me, but the things that I enjoy doing, it just all depends. Like sometimes I want to read. This is a book that I'm currently reading, by the way. It's called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Very good book. I like to read and also listen to the audiobook at the same time because I feel like it really helps me like zone in, tune out any of my mental turbulence and really just get into the book. When I don't feel like reading, because there's times where I just don't feel like reading, I have other options. I have my Nintendo Switch, which I haven't played in a long time. I love playing Animal Crossing. I'll play Animal Crossing, and sometimes I'll play Animal Crossing because it's such a chill game and I don't have to like do much reading or anything. So since I already like know what's up, I will play it while I listen to music or while I listen to an audiobook. So this is my Nintendo Switch. It's like the, I don't remember which one this is, like the Nintendo Switch Pro, I guess. Super fun, super cute. Great option to have when traveling. Like this has really helped me get through some boring, not even just flights, but like layovers, sitting in the airport waiting for my next flight. I also have a Kindle for the books that there's times where I know I'm gonna be gone for a long time, or I know it needs to be charged. And I know I want to have several books just in case, like just have options instead of like carrying several of these books in my carry-on or on my suitcase. It's nice to just have this small little tiny Kindle. Look at this, look at the size comparison. And you can put as many books as you want on there. Of course, I much prefer having a physical, like tactile, turn the page book, but this is a great option for saving space when traveling. Another in-flight entertainment thing that I have is, of course, my iPad. I love my iPad so much. I watch more movies and stuff. I'm like, now that you can like download stuff from Netflix, like TV shows and movies, I'm telling you, before a flight, that is what I'm doing. Like that is my pre-flight prep. I'm downloading all the episodes of The Office that I have already seen so I can watch them over again. I'm downloading Criminal Minds. I'm downloading a bunch of movies that I probably won't even get through half of them, but I want to have options. Like that is definitely a big deal for me. those are my main essentials. And now I'm just gonna go into like a few little hygiene things or comfort things that are like super personal to me, but I think a lot of people could benefit from as well. And let me know, if any of this has been helpful. I'm sure there's at least one thing you haven't heard of or thought about and you're like, maybe I'll give that a try to make my flights more comfortable. But yeah, in terms of in-flight entertainment, those things, and of course my phone. Depending on how long the flight is or if it's a work trip, I might take a laptop as well, but those are my main like star key items. Now, in terms of just comfort, like no matter where I am, making sure I'm comfortable, making sure I'm completely like cool with my surroundings and, you know, just optimal comfort. I'm all about comfort. I don't know if you can tell by my outfit. This is the most comfort. I love comfort. So I'm going to mention a few other things. So one of the main things that I wear, especially, honestly, I wear these in hotels domestically too. It doesn't really matter what it is, because I've seen how people clean hotel rooms. Like, they got a lot of rooms to get through. That shower is not as clean as you might think. That shower floor is not as clean as you might think it is. Shower shoes, okay? Please get you a pair if you're traveling. I don't care if it's internationally. I don't care if it's domestically. I don't care if you're going to Cambodia or if you're just going to Las Vegas. Get you a pair of shower shoes. I have these crazy yellow ones because I didn't realize I had left a pair of my shower shoes in Brazil, and I was going on my trip to Spain, and it was like 2 days before, and these were the ones that were available. This is the only color available through Amazon Prime. They don't have to be fancy. My other ones are a different brand. These are Crocs. They're cool. They're comfortable. It's just while you're in the shower, like, you know, shower shoes. Aside from that, a satin pillowcase. This is the part where I'm, you know, depending on who you are, you may not care, you know. It doesn't matter your hair type. I don't care if you're 3B, 4C like me, whatever. I like having a satin pillowcase. I don't always want to put on a bonnet depending on how hot it is or where I am, whether there's AC or no AC. Like, I just feel comfortable having a satin pillowcase. Don't really think I have to go into it too much. This is by Grace Aleye, like the brand that I use. It's 100%, actually this is not satin. This is 100% silk, which explains why it was so expensive. I have two of these, one for my home and one for when I'm traveling. My home one is kind of tore up though, but it lasted a long time, so it's definitely worth it. Silk pillowcase, not satin. And then aside from that, I mean, like I said, in that kit that I shared in the beginning, you build your own kit. You put whatever you want in it. You can put in mouthwash, baby powder, flushable wipes, whatever it is you think you need to be comfortable for your trip, and you know, not trying to borrow things from other people or not feeling like you have to spend $50 in the airport because you didn't get, you know, a few essentials. So that is everything that I have for my travel essentials. I tried to keep it really unique, like things that I'm sure they're things that you've heard of before, but like not the easiest things. Like, of course, bring your phone. Of course, bring some sort of camera to like record your memories and to have a good time. Of course, bring your passport. Like, I'm not about to waste your time with these sorts of things. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to think of like cool, unique stuff. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please subscribe, please like, comment what was the thing that you found the most interesting. What was something that you haven't heard of, or what was something that when you heard it, you were like, yeah, there is no way I'm getting on my flight without that item. I definitely want to know, so let me know. And of course, like I said, if you're interested in the Verb Energy bars, click the affiliate link down below and check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I told you guys I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm gonna try to do it weekly. I already got a ton of ideas in mind. My next few videos I'm gonna be talking about, I'm gonna do a Skims try on haul. I have another video coming up about how I lost 60 pounds in 4 months. That's gonna be a really extensive video about what I eat in a day, all sorts of great things coming up. So please stay tuned so that you don't miss a beat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Bye.